Hey everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. Big night in the NBA as the Los Angeles Lakers are going to Dallas, and you know what that means. Luka Doncic, at long last, is going to make his return to Dallas to play his old team after that fateful night where, in the middle of the night, Shams Charania just breaks the internet, shocks the NBA world. The Lakers and Mavs agreed to that trade. Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic swap places, and a couple of other particular pieces have happened. And, thinking back to where we were a couple of months ago to where we are now, and there's been a couple coaches that have been fired. There's a GM that is now on the outs. And yet here we are. And I don't know how this is going to look tonight. We probably, depending on how this game goes, we'll have some post game reaction to what happens because it looks like both Anthony Davis has come back healthy. It looks like we're going to get Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic in this game. And Luka's going to be motivated after just unnecessarily getting thrown out of the game against Oklahoma City last night for jawing at a fan and getting a second technical foul, which, I understand that you shouldn't have given him a technical. It's just Luke is going to be motivated. If he wasn't motivated before going back to Dallas, he's going to be even more motivated after getting it was just unfairly thrown out of that game against Oklahoma City on Tuesday night. So, but if we're one thing that we really have not addressed on this channel, I've said how bad of a move this was, but I got to give credit to Brian Windhorst, who has now rightfully been calling this out because something that I didn't even really mention because I thought the Mavericks got completely hosed in this trade. They absolutely gave away Luka Doncic. One of the pieces that the Lakers could have easily parted ways with, and I think was rumored to be a part of the deal, was Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has turned into one of the better players in the NBA, and he's been killing it the last few games. Like I think he's averaging close to like 20 points a game. Like it's been a really good season for Austin Reeves. And he's really molded into that third guy for the Lakers behind obviously LeBron. It was Anthony Davis, but now it's LeBron and Luka, and now you've got Austin Reeves in there. How Nico Harrison didn't get that done and didn't agree to that trade, agreed to what he did, and now here we are in this situation. The Lakers have a chance to really be up in the top 3 or 4 teams in the NBA. The Mavs are going to get into the play-in by default because Phoenix is just so terrible. And it's just, holy mackerel, man. And we need to have a conversation about that at some point. So it's just, how does Nico Harrison still have a job? It's going to get hostile tonight in Dallas. There's going to be a bunch of fire Nico chants the minute that Luka goes crazy. And I think he will. I think Luka, you could pencil him in for at least 20 to 30 points, and who knows, he may go for 50 for all we know. I don't know. It's just this feels like a disaster and like really the final stamp of just how bad that trade was. We've known it for a long time, but we've been waiting for this moment where Luka Doncic was going to go back to Dallas, and if he goes crazy tonight, I really hope that, and not that it matters to me, but some of my friends like Andrew Marks and Danny Udolph, who you guys have seen on this show or on this channel, they've got to get rid of this guy. They got to get rid of Nico Harrison, and by extension, maybe get rid of Jason Kidd too, because Jason Kidd, call it what it is, he did get them to a finals. Jason Kidd he's a fine NBA coach, but now you almost need a culture reset, it seems like, because Jason Kidd, it's like if we're seeing things like Michael Malone and Calvin Booth who weren't on the same wavelength. I don't even know if Nico and Jason Kidd, they know each other. I don't know if they're on the same wave. You almost need to just start this thing over. You need to start this thing over. Because even if Anthony Davis is going to work, there's not a lot of time for it to work. And also Kyrie Irving, I don't know when he's coming back. He's injured. So I'm just not optimistic that this is going to work out for the Mavericks. So if we see, like, if we're kind of firing coaches and GMs in mid-season, this feels like a prime opportunity if Luka Doncic just goes insane against his former team in Dallas, how like first of all, how have we gotten to this point since that trade, seeing how well Luka has meshed in Los Angeles and how just much terrible luck the Mavs have had, and they're lucky that they're going to get a chance to be in the play and work their way into the tournament this year. But how does Nico Harrison still have a job? And yet we're firing Michael Malone, we're firing Calvin Booth, guys who've won championships, trading Luka Doncic. Like what? So I think Nico Harrison should absolutely be fired. I mean, he should have been fired, but if Luka goes crazy, just end it. Just end it. Why not? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.